Hey friends, it's Joel Ellison with Pinnacle Mountain Gunsmithing, and today I have for you another wonderful, interesting little firearm. It is the J.C. Higgins Model 20. These things used to be everywhere. This was produced by High Standard Manufacturing for Sears and Roebuck Corporation. In fact, it even has a Sears SKU on the barrel, of all things. Design-wise, it looks a heck of a lot like a Mossberg 500 or a Maverick 88. But with some slight changes. Let's go ahead and get it on the bench and see what we're talking about. Okay, here we have our Model 20 here on the bench. Let's look at a little bit of manual of arms. We have a slide release back here behind the trigger guard, just like a Maverick 88. Slide action, slides right over. And as you can see, we're unloaded. Flip her over, and we have a little disassembly pin right there. We'll get to that in a minute. I'll show you some markings. There we go. See, J.C. Higgins, Model 20, 12 gauge, Sears, Roebuck & Company, 583-200. That's our Sears SKU. And yeah, it's a big old 12 gauge. Now, when I talk about Sears selling shotguns and sporting arms, some people are surprised. People in the gun community, not so much, because pretty much every big department store had their own firearms brand. Everybody from Montgomery Ward to J.C. Penney to Sears, yeah, they all had one. But in any case, this is the Sears model, made by High Standard, but like I said, it sure as heck looks like a Maverick 88. One of my favorite shotguns. In any case, takedown is pretty simple. We're going to first start with our big screw at the front here to release our magazine clamp. And that just unscrews. And we have our screw, and we have our clamp. And that allows us freedom to remove the clamp from the front. It's just a hunk of aluminum. And here we can move back to the back. And we have our takedown. And we notice it is bigger on one side than on the other. That gives us an indication of which side should come out first. So I'm going to grab our punch and our mallet and just tap that out. And here's our pin, nice and easy. And pivot out, and here's our fire control group. We see our little push button safety right up here, and with the safety off, we have a little red band right there, and pulling that gives us our hammer, and boom, that's it. Nice and simple. There's our bolt release action right there. But yeah, it's pretty simple. This appears to be aluminum. And yeah, if it ain't a Mossberg, it sure as heck looks like one. Looks like we had two ears at one time, but one of those ears has gone bye-bye a long time ago. Alright, from when we removed that, we also have a little cartridge interrupter right there that fell out. And from here we have a little carrier. We can get that to the right spot in the receiver. Lift it out, boom. And from here we have our slide with a single action bar on the other side. That can come out once we remove the magazine tube. Yeah, it just unscrews. Unlike a Mossberg, the magazine tube is removable, but the barrel is fixed to the receiver. Slide that out, and we also have our follower still in the receiver right there. That's it. And yeah, let's see, from here we have our bolt. It can slide forward a little bit, and we have our lifter. I just squeeze together like a pair of tongs, and from there just lift out our bolt, and that's it. That's all the parts. Stock screws from a stock bolt, just like pretty much every shotgun in the last 80, 100 years or so. But the bolt lockup is just this surface right back here into the back of the steel receiver right there, and that's how it sets headspace. It's a tilting bolt, and that rides on our carrier like that, and when it's locked it's in that position, when it's unlocked it's like that and riding backwards, and that connects to the single action bar right about here. But yeah, pretty simple, straightforward. There are two extractors, just like a Mossberg, but yeah, it's a little different execution. Yeah, a little bit different time and different materials, but yeah, they kind of figured out the ultimate formula for how to make a pump action shotgun cheaply and quickly. I will say, however, this is one of the smoothest pump action shotguns I have ever felt in my entire life. I just barely hit that release with the slide held vertical. It comes right all the way back, empty anyways. In any case, let me put this back together, and I'll share with you a few more thoughts. Oh, before I forget, there is one other marking on this thing. It's proof tested 12 gauge modified. That's modified choke, 2 3/4 inch chamber. So yeah, pretty standard stuff. If you're gonna have a fixed choke shotgun, that's really about all you need is a modified choke. At least that's what I would pick. In any case, let me get her put back together, and we'll be right back. All right, folks, we're all back together here, and before I leave you, I'll leave you with a word of caution. Now, don't get me wrong. I love old guns, and if you can find them from weird, obscure sources, then more the better. But sometimes there's little niggling issues, like this particular one has a little bit of a firing pin hang up. I'll be addressing that here in a bit before this goes out the door. So yeah, in any case, if you do find an old gun and you have a stinking suspicion that something is, I don't know, maybe a little weird, or maybe something you might want to explore a little bit better, maybe take it to a gunsmith like us. In any case, we're well versed in all the weird stuff that old guns can give you in terms of issues, and we'll hopefully correct that so you can avoid it in the future. In any case, best way to support the channel is to go to our website and make an appointment to come see us. And if you can't do that, we completely understand. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And hopefully we will see you next time. Bye.